he's like, I killed her. I'm like, I said, I don't believe you. And then he said, he says, you know the guy that's being charged for it right now? I said, no, I don't. He's like, reset him up. He's like, it was a sex trafficking case gone wrong, and I stabbed her to death.
Unbelievable allegations flying in that courtroom out in Iowa. That is Arnie Mackey. He's an inmate who said that another inmate told him that he was the one who actually killed Mollie Tibbetts, and that they set up, in other words, framed Cristhian Rivera for the murder. Big hearing today. Arnie Mackey, again, becomes the key to the defense attempting to get a new trial here. Let's take a listen to more of his testimony.
Well, going further with the sex trafficker, he was asked Gavin Jones and Dalton, he asked this guy and asked him why these two kids were in this trap house. And the guy said that they were homeless. So the sex trafficker took these two under his wing and started paying for him to go steal vehicles for him. And that's when they stole the vehicle, him, Gavin Jones, Dalton Hansen, and his black friend that couldn't speak English stole the vehicle and then had a shootout with the police. And then drove up to this house and ran down the basement. And when Gavin and his friend were down there, he heard a noise from a room. He opened the door, he seen a woman bound to a chair and gagged.
And was he able to identify that woman?
He later on he did. He went upstairs and said that if the police went to the next house over, they would have caught her. And I said, who's that? Tibbetts. And that's when the sex trafficker said that he had to get rid of her. So he went back down there and stabbed her to death and then put her in a tarp.
All right, that's actual testimony. Now, Arnie Mackey, he may very well be telling the truth of what he heard from someone else, which is why hearsay is what it is, right? But there's a shootout with police, and the 17-year-old who's having a shootout with police somehow is able to get away from police, go into a house and go into the basement to find Mollie Tibbetts, who's gagged and bound in the basement of this house. I guess police had the shootout, and they're like, oh, I guess he ran away, we're going home. Doesn't make sense to me, but drop my pen. But hey, that was the testimony. This is what the defense is going with. In this whole scenario, there's a lot of different names. Let me just put some of them up on the screen involved in this whole thing. It's complicated. You got Gavin Jones, who allegedly said he and another man stabbed Tibbetts after she was held at this sex trafficking trap house that we're hearing about. There's Dalton Hansen, who's allegedly involved in killing Tibbetts. There's James Lowe, who's the alleged sex trafficker who ordered the murder of Mollie Tibbetts. Then there's Xavier Harrelson, who's a missing child, an 11-year-old. And then Ron Pexa. He's a Tama County deputy who was questioned by investigators in the Mollie Tibbetts case and apparently has been accused of molesting his children. Okay, let's bring in Court TV legal correspondent Julie Janae, who joins us live from Montezuma, Iowa. Julie Janae, this is very complicated, a lot of moving parts. Does the story make sense? Let me ask you this. When he had the shootout, did police try to find him? Or did they just turn around and go home after the shootout and they say, I guess he left?
Well, he didn't get arrested after the shootout, so it sounds like they never found him. And they were also somehow looking for Mollie Tibbetts at the same time and were in the same area, but didn't go far enough as far as the house. There were a lot of moving parts to that testimony.
Let me ask you one more question about
Mackey.
the house. I hate to interrupt you, but I just have to know. Is there an address for this trap house?
There is an address for this trap house. It's in New Sharon, and the address was on the record today. I believe it was on Market Street. I'd have to check my notes, but it did come up several times that this trap house was where Gavin Jones he didn't give the address to Mackey, but the defense attorneys were able to figure that out by corroborating other stories that had to do with a trap house in New Sharon that connected to James Lowe, one of those players you just put up on the screen.
All right, Julie, stay where you are. I've got more questions for you. I just want to quickly bring in the think tank. I've got Michael Sterling, Michael Bixon, and Bremner. Michael Sterling, your thoughts here? This sounds like a very complicated, convoluted thing. Does it have the ring of truth to you?
Well, Vinny, I mean, evidence is evidence, right? So the idea is that if someone is bringing forward information that they heard, now, that doesn't mean that the individual who shared this with the jailhouse informant is telling the truth, but he's bringing forward information he knows, and that's valuable, right? So anytime evidence is evidence, whether we like it or not, whether we, we're going to obviously vet the information to try to find out if it's corroborated in any way. But, when I was a prosecutor, Benny, it hung on my wall that it's better for 100 guilty men to go free than one innocent man be convicted. So if there is some possibility, some prospect that someone else committed this crime, then it's our duty as lawyers, as protectors of the Constitution, to make sure that that the right person is convicted for the crime.
Michael Bixon, does this sound like the big setup? We're in the middle of a sex trafficking ring. The heat is on. I think the feds are on us. We're going to have to kill Mollie Tibbetts, but we need some Hispanic person to pin this on.
I mean, look, is it possible? Absolutely. Did it happen? I have no idea. I mean, there's several different possibilities when you're talking about who's telling the truth here, because we are sort of passing along the message in this case. Whenever you have any type of person in custody come in and rat on somebody, I do sort of have a little bit of a skeptical eye about it, whether they're testifying for the defense, whether they're testifying for the prosecution. I'm just always very skeptical of it. In this case, I am too. Now, again, does that mean it's not the truth? Absolutely not. Does it mean there shouldn't be a new trial? Absolutely not. I do think that this might rise to the level of them needing a new trial. I mean, if you have people coming in and admitting to it, I think it's something worth exploring.
Well, the person who's admitting to it wasn't in court today, right? Let me bring back in Julie Janae. Julie Janae, let me ask you about Gavin Jones. Was he in court today? Did he admit to this? Did he admit to admitting to it? Anything along those lines?
Gavin Jones was not in court today, and we were able to confirm with defense attorneys that they actually did not send a subpoena to Gavin Jones. So there would not have been a reason for him to be here unless the state felt the need to subpoena him here. But we do know that he has denied publicly, according to the Associated Press, that he was involved, and says that he has an alibi for the time period that Mollie Tibbetts disappeared.
Okay, I want to play more of Arnie Mackey's testimony today. Here, involving a member of law enforcement is in this whole sex trafficking thing as well. Let's take a listen.
What's with the sex trafficker? And then he started telling me that it's a person that calls this guy and wants some specific girl, color, hair, eyes, weight, and this sex trafficker will hire another guy to go steal a vehicle and stake out the neighborhood and get this girl, whoever, and bring her to the trap house and then do the thing.
Did he mention anything about law enforcement?
Yes, he did.
What did he say?
He said the sex trafficker lived in Tama, and he had a wife with two daughters, and that he'd have the Tama police work for this guy to get these girls. And
Did he say Tama Police, or did he mention Tama County Sheriff?
no, just Tama police.
All right, let me ask you, Julie Janae, on this law enforcement issue, it seems like they're pointing the finger at one particular person.
They are not getting especially specific, but it was raised today that one of those players on the list, Ron Pexa, who was is a Tama County deputy or deputy on reserve, that he was someone who may be that Tama County deputy that is being mentioned by Mackey on the stand. I can tell you in court today, when that was raised, you could see from the family just how disgusted they were that this name was being brought up again, because Ron Pexa was brought up during the actual trial, and he was cleared by law enforcement, even though he was interviewed, he was talked to. They really searched him out to see if he was a person of interest or a suspect in this case, but that was fully cleared. But his daughter did take the stand during the trial to raise those allegations that he molested her and molested her sister when they were young.
Okay, but that's nothing new. His name is not new. It's just somehow connected to this Gavin Jones alleged story to Arnie Mackey. All right, let's bring back in the think tank. And I'm a big timeline guy. You know that. And you know that, Michael. Michael, you know that. So I want to put up on the screen some of the things that are alleged here. And to me, the timeline just cannot make sense with this new story. September 2017, December 2017, Gavin Jones is in state custody. In December 2017 to July of 2018, Gavin Jones is in rehab. Then in July of 2018 to an undetermined date, Gavin Jones lives in assisted living facility under supervision. Mollie Tibbetts disappears after a jog July 18th, 2018, when Jones is living in the assisted living facility under supervision, okay? We know that, and we've got the video to show that. Her body is found August 21st of 2018, but what we have is this unknown date of Gavin Jones in this shootout with police where he sees Tibbetts bound and gagged. The problem with all of this, Ann Bremner, is that you look at that, this shootout with police has to be some point after she's jogging. But according to the defendant, the sweater men came in, abducted him, and found her when she was jogging. She's never put in the trap house. When was she in this trap house for Gavin Jones to murder her if Cristhian Rivera, the defendant, is seen in his car stalking Tibbetts and then told us that's when Tibbetts was dead in his trunk? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't
make
fit.
any sense. It doesn't fit.
You can't acquit.
In this case. Right, you can't acquit. Good, brilliant. But yeah, timelines are great. You're absolutely right. I mean, you cannot acquit in this case. It doesn't make sense. I think like they called central casting, they forgot to give all these people the script. I mean, this is so fantastical, and it's completely in opposite to what the defendant testified to. And then how did he find her in the cornfield, with all this other, noise and mood music going on? Unbelievable, because it is.
Unbelievable. And I know some people there are believing this. I just want to go to Julie Janae for like 10 seconds. Julie Janae, what is next? Is there going to be a decision here?
Waiting on Judge Joel Yates to issue a written ruling. He didn't do it from the bench today. We asked him when we can expect it. He said he's going to get it as soon as possible. So we will be watching and waiting and, of course, bring it to you when it comes in.
Okay, Julie Janae in Iowa.